What is up, everybody? It's Nomad Shell coming right back at you with another Star Trek Fleet Command video. Today we're going to talk about what is faction lock and my thoughts behind it, and sometimes why wait till you do dual faction to 30, and we'll go back and forth on some of the positive and negatives on that. But I want to talk about faction lock. They just reinstated it as 1/14/2020, and faction lock is, let's go to my tab. So faction lock is where your faction locks at 10,500,000. So once you hit 10,500,000, your faction can't go any less than that. You can lose faction if you're like, let's say I was at 16 mil when I started this morning with Federation, and I would have been grinding Romulans, and I'm at 10 mil again. Look at my Klingon. I'm at 13 mil with Klingon. That can't go down anymore. After you hit that bedrock at 10 mil, you're there. That's it. It's not going anywhere. And now I'm working on my third faction, which is Romulan, which I covered about 2 million in like 4 hours or so, give or take. Grinding, high level grinding, and makes it way easier to do faction related stuff. Because if you look at some of these mobs, hostiles, enemies, whatever you want to call them, for me they give 4.3k each hit, and then I lose 16.2k each one. Alright, so that's what faction lock is. It just locks you into that faction, so when you go to those faction spaces, you can mine there, you can do your armadas there, you can kill hostiles there. Just getting that positive faction helps you a lot in that. And then on top of that, when you start getting the dual faction road, you start to see like, actually I can open it up since I have still some missions since I haven't finished some of them. So you see how I have Federation kills, Klingon kills, and mining. So the mining gives you 5k. It gives you a good amount. So you're about, for me it's 200 Klingon and Federation credits a day. And then there's that one. The killing one is the one you want to look at because it gives you 30-minute repair speed ups, 30 minutes, another 30-minute repair speed ups. So you average what? Let's see, 50 here, another, if you have a dual faction, 100, and then plus whatever you get from killing for your daily one, just the standard enemies. And then on top of that, if you kill Swarm a day, you get more 30-minute speed ups. Over the time I've been doing dual faction, this was the biggest positive. Oops, wrong button. This was the biggest positive I actually saw. So if I go down to my 30-minute speeds, I have 6,988. 6,988 30-minute speed ups. That is a lot. Let me kill this guy quick, since I'm running for my dual faction, or my tri-faction right now. Why I wouldn't personally go dual faction until you're up to 30. The reasoning behind it is when I was going through my whole thing, I screwed up and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get it done later. I'll do this later. I actually waited till I hit my 10.5 mil lock. Then I could work on the next faction. Some people are like, that's stupid, why didn't you do it? I didn't want to play with that teeter-totter game. If you're a lazy player like me and just want to go slow pace or aim at one faction at a time, then go for it. Why rush yourself? And now that the faction lock is back, you can lock one and then go after another. Lock that one, then lock another. Since we're kind of in that like content hiatus, content like dull, these missions aren't the best, events aren't the best, these locks give you something to play on, give you something to do, keep you busy while you're actually playing the game, keep you just like there. And it's just, yeah, that's why I wouldn't go dual faction. But if you have the extra tri, the extra dilithium, the extra speed ups, go ahead and do it. When I was doing my dual faction, when I got in my Klingon, once I locked my Federation, I actually, when I was doing my kills, it was, I believe it was right here in Kaisu. I wasn't killing traders because the traders were actually taking more damage out of me. I was just killing the battleships, which that would take longer, but it worked out better for me. And back in the day, this spot was actually teeming with enemies, and they kind of lowered that process, which that baffles in my mind. I wish these zones would keep the amount of hostiles in them. And then we go over the Federation. If you want to grind out Romulan, Aidi, and you want to do Klingon, you want to do Pekka, and you want to do your whatever your best is for your ship. Let's say you're running an interceptor and you want to kill Romulans or get your Rom faction or Klingon up, then hit up wow, my mind is like fluctuating today, Kaisu. Use whatever ship's best for it. Grind it out. It's a long, arduous process. I remember last time I did it, it took me about 2 weeks to even get out of my 2 mil negative and get to my Klingon up there. When it was really hard. That's why I'd rather wait to a higher level when you actually can hit these higher level mobs for an easier time. Instead of actually sitting there bashing your head and killing maybe 10, 20, 30 at a time and only seeing incremental increases that were just small. Wait it out, because the other thing is when you hit 25, I'm not sure, I remember it's 30 where you can get these at. It's been a quick minute. You have Klingon Apprentice, Federation Apprentice, Romulan Apprentice. They give you these small incremental increases like 7% or like 7% there, 12% there. And then if you can get down the road higher, when you start like pushing through it, you get devotions. Devotions are awesome. They give you that extra percentage boost on each one. That's why I'd personally wait it out. So you have to be optional 27. So 27 is where you can start using these. So, but you have to be positive in that faction. So let's say you're positive in Klingon. Go full bore and get the Klingon Devotion. Make sure you have the, if you go down here, make sure you have the Klingon Apprentice and bolster through it, push through it, and get that 10 mil lock and then move on to the next. Instead of playing that teeter-totter game and waiting it out, bust it out, get it done per faction, because it's just a pain in the butt just to play a teeter-totter game. Because you're like, oh, I got to do this one, then I got to do this one, I got to do this, I got to do that. Nah, man. Just do it one at a time. Take your time. This game is a grind. Why add the extra effort into the game that you don't need to worry about? Why just keep on one thing at a time? Make it easier on yourself. Why push yourself so hard? One thing at a time. It just makes it so much easier instead of you like busting your head and just, okay, I gotta do this one, I gotta do this one, I gotta teeter-totter this, nah, just do one at a time. Way easier to deal with it. I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but that's how I did it. I went Federation, and then I went Klingon, and now I'm working on Romulan. So I can hit all the spots and not have to worry about it. Each space, it's just that much nicer. And one more thing, Fartasia wanted me to show during this video today. He wanted me to show it off, so I'm going to show it off. So let me pull it up for you guys. Pull on the right screen. So here's all of them right now. So negative 2 mil is max negative. 500k is enemy. 25k is hostile. Negative 500 is untrustworthy. Positive 500 is neutral. Tolerated is 500 plus. Neighbor is 500 or 5k. Friendly is 25k. Favorite is 100k. Favorite again is somehow 100k. And then your daily starts to change from tolerated and then favored. So 200k is favored, your dailies change. 500k plus, consort. 1 million, consort again. Yeah. Associate, I guess there's 2 levels. It's 2 million and 5 million. There's in between, I'm guessing. Probably. Respected is where our lock is now, at 10 million. So that's where yours change. And then you have 30 million, 50 million, 80 million, 140 million, 440 million. And then there's 1 billion. And right here, this is where we all want to be. We want to be 10 mil locked on each one. That's where we want to be, is this 10 mil lock. And, oh, and there you go. Champions 1 bill. And I know later down the line, I know they're planning on adding these things called milestones where locks come into place at certain intervals. I'm not sure where, but I know it's down the line and it's not as bad. So lock those 10 mils in and then work on the one you want when you actually hit 39, 40, 41, whatever, if you ever get there. Just lock those. When you have those locked in, then just move on up and focus on that one. Just makes it easier because you have 3 different sets of dailies, 3 different this, 3 different that. It just makes it so much easier for the game. You get 3 times a minute speed ups when you hit triple faction, or 2 times, or you just do your 1 time. It just helps in the long run. I know this video is a little impromptu, a little odd, but those are my reasoning behind it. So I'd personally wait to 27 and 30 to actually do dual faction, just so you can actually get those bumps into place and make it a little bit easier for you, a little more cost effective. If you can't afford the prime repairs and prime speed ups, I would highly suggest actually doing those because they save on speed ups, save on costs in the long run. It's just less of a down on the game. It just, it's just saving you in the long run. Alright guys, this is No One Shell signing off. Remember to like, favorite, and subscribe, and hit that silly little bell notification. Remember, there's a Discord link down below, and remember, under that it's a donation link. If you guys want to donate, you guys don't have to, but it's there anyways if you feel like it. I love you anyways. Remember, there is a Amazon wish list if you ever want to buy me something on the list. Just saying. But that's about it. I just gotta give a big shout out to, let me pull the name up. Yogurt is great. He bought me this gift off Amazon, and I put it on there just to look at later as some natural wool ball that goes in your dryer. I bought it, like, I put it on there just like, okay, I'll look at it later. He bought me it off the Amazon Prime. Big shout out to you, man. Yogurt, awesome, man. All right, guys, it's No One Shout signing off. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Stay positive.